Yeah, trust me, when you're married to a hooker, you can actually get something. Hey, what are we looking at? Well, Matt brought over Spooky, and Gun Glutton wanted us to do this, so of course I've already seen it. It's the second comment. We're supplementing an E for a no E today, but we're going to be looking at Black Forest Cherry Chocolate Nitro Stout from Left Hand Brewing.
Yeah, I was going to be honest and say that's totally fine for me for a brew review. You want to do a double or triple frickin' blood testy today. I want to celebrate a little bit, but I don't want to get crazy. My son's still out home. Took the boy out shooting for the first time today. Oh, he sure liked it.
Look at the cascading effect. That's a big can. Because
oh my god, I totally fucked this up.
I love big cans.
Wow, Eric.
Poured your drink in your ice?
Yes, I did.
You're having a bloody forest?
Oh, for fuck's sake. It's that kind of day, I guess.
You're so fired right now.
Hey, I saved half of it for the can, or for the cup. Well, it's smooth. I'm not getting a lot of flavor, though, I'll be honest. On the very back, there's a little cherry coming out.
Boy, if I had any of the regular ones here, you'd almost have to have them side by side to even tell the difference.
Yeah. I'm not getting any chocolate. The cherry, like I said, at the very end.
Okay, just for you, I'm gonna go weak on this.
I'll drink this one down first so I have my eyes. So I can't believe I did that.
You know, now it looks like
I'm like, what the fuck?
You know, it looks like you have a Black Russian right now.
Yeah, I like Black Russians. That's what we should be doing. It's that time of year for me. Well, I hope you like it.
A Bloody Mary review without Miles? Oh my god. I don't know if I can possibly have a Bloody Mary and not look over and see it dribbling down his beard. Sorry, Miles.
I don't know why you say you're sorry. You're not. You rip on me and Miles all the fucking time.
Don't give a shit, Miles.
I'm like, that's how he really feels? Well, why the fuck does he keep asking me to come over for a review? Hey, what are you doing? You want to do a review?
I didn't ask for you to come over.
Not tonight.
Wow.
No, you said, well, it was yesterday, last week, and I couldn't do it.
Well, I know your demented followers have been worried about you. Matt Davis. Between Matt Davis and McLean, some serious withdrawals happening.
You know what? My liver's having the same issue, so...
They wanted to know if me and you got a divorce, and Miles is the new stand-in. I told him, I said he's been working.
I've been working and hanging out with my boy. I was going to do it yesterday, but my son just showed up from school, and I'm like, well, I haven't seen him, so...
And then the only day he called me, thinking about doing a review, I'm like,
busy.
I didn't even get home. I didn't even get home until I think 5:30.
Yeah. And that was a school night, so I'd be late.
Likey.
So I took that tannerite out. I really thought that would have more of like a blast.
How much was it? 2 pounds?
No, I only shot a half a pound.
That's pretty good for a half a pound.
I mean, it made a lot of smoke. It sounded like the gun shot off twice. You know, like when you watch a video, you hear boom, boom,
Yeah.
right after.
My favorite one was the day we decided to go and test. So we shot 25 pounds of it.
Yeah.
That was a test day.
Yeah.
And then that resulted in us not shooting anymore because the people a quarter mile away had to put shit back on their shelves.
yeah. No, I thought about that. I'm like, I wonder how much tannerite I need to really have a good... Like what I was thinking, I forgot the watermelon. I brought some apples up so we could shoot apples. But I wanted to cut a hole in a watermelon and stuff the tannerite inside and see if I could get that freaking watermelon to explode.
You know what I've always wanted to try? Is, you know those big water dispenser bottles? Those big blue,
Yeah.
you got to tilt it upside
Yeah.
down. I want to know if there was any way, because the neck is pretty big on it, if there was a way to put, it'd be cool to get a lot, like 5 pounds. 5 pounds in a cylinder down into it when it's filled with water. So you're suspending a 5-pound charge inside of 5 gallons of water.
Yeah. I wonder how that would work. I mean, that's kind of like the whole watermelon idea, just different, but still, how well is it gonna?
As far as fun goes over the years, I can tell you, this is the secret is packing it as tight as possible and suspending it. Don't shoot it off the ground, shoot it in the air. We were hanging them in trees,
Yeah.
which cut one.
We set drop the tree.
Oops.
We just set it on top of. When I left here, I stole 2 of your tomato juice cans. I'm like, oh, those are big cans for us to shoot. So I grabbed those, and that's what we shot. And then I set the tannerite on top of one of them.
I have to go back and look.
It was a hell of a smoke show, though. My kid was. You're like, oh, all right.
Yeah, if you tell me you have tannerite, you'll probably find that he goes with you more.
No, you know what? Well, that's why I figured I wanted to get him excited for it. So then you know what he tells me when we were leaving? Well, first he said, I told you, he goes, yeah, I really hate when you're right. I said, well, what do you mean? What was I right about? That you would like shooting guns? He goes, yeah. So then he tells me, like right before we get back home, I was asking if I should get like a 25 round mag for his little Ruger, or a bigger magazine.
Beat that, Miles.
He goes, yeah, you could get a bigger magazine for that. That'd be fine. He goes, by the way, yeah, anything guns for Christmas, I'd be fine with that. What the fuck? I'm creating a monster. He's already like, I'll take more guns, parts, anything. But I'm happy. Like I said, he did good. He was hitting the targets. He was being safe, and you had fun. That's all you can ask for.
Okay, let's get the shit show on the road.
Didn't we already?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, this stuff is really bland. I can't really say it's good.
I mean, it doesn't have a bad taste.
No, not at all. But it doesn't
It's like
have a good taste.
beer lubricant. It's just like it's like the beer version of a Velt rag or something. It's just
Velt rag.
yeah. It's like,
How was the bloody?
I'd have to go back and check. I don't remember what brand Sriracha Bloody Mary mix that I had, but this is good. This is undoctored. This is good. You did good.
Thanks.
I'll give credit where credit is due. This is where'd you get this at?
This was the one down on 27.
How much stuff did they? Have you looked at the Bloody Mary offerings over at Keep or
How much do you think
Super
this
One?
was?
$5.
Yeah, I think it was only like $5.
Well, that's good then.
Yeah,
because
not like crazy $10, $20.
Yeah, I was looking at one. It was like $10 for this bottle. I'm like, I don't even know if I want to spend that much to take a gamble.
Yeah.
The only one I'm kind of looking forward to is the one that Miles picked out. That remedy.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's picked out some good-looking ones that I thought were horrible. I can already tell you this is not going to be good. No, there are a couple things here that give it away. Vegan, gluten-free, no high fructose corn syrup, which I'm fine with the bottom one not being there, but the whole vegan and gluten-free.
Like you're bragging about that?
Like, yeah, when you
Well, so far,
it's gonna be a fucking couple grass eaters that love it, and that's it.
if I start looking for material, because buying beer is probably going to be out coming up here real soon, unless the lawsuits start. But I have plenty of vodka to add to Bloody Mary mix. I would like to take a couple of my favorites and mix them, but also add horseradish to it. There's that Hot and Good. Have you ever had that from the grocery store? Oh, you know what I love about horseradish? Horseradish is like
really pack a kick.
It's like the heat version of a bullet. It's like or a Mike Tyson punch. You get the initial hit, and then you're going, where'd it go? But that up front shit, especially when it goes into your sinuses.
That's what you think about a Mike Tyson punch?
Well,
you might think, and then you're fucking waking up.
Someone else might go, okay, it's over. You know, me,
you're
it'd be like
waking up
3 days later when the nurse gets me to come to. Oh, shit. Okay, first in. You know, here we are, 21 hours later, Smile Money's last stands. First in is Clyde saying first.
Smile Money commented, I was just there, wasn't I? That was the last video? I haven't been here for a while.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's been over a
week plus. In the last month, I think this is only like my second time here. That don't matter.
Smile Money went up.
I'm being busy.
Smile Money knows everything. Clyde says, whiskey and revolution for all. So,
brother,
being that we're already, well, I don't care. I have no plans. But Matt, believe it or not, does not want to get wrecked. So, we're not going to do your shot, Clyde, and then try out the Buffalo Trace. We're just supplementing.
I have no problem getting wrecked, just not when I'm being a father.
Yeah, when you have parental responsibilities. Boy, I'll have to make up some, even though they're instant, they're still pretty good. Those, make up a couple packets of those mashed potatoes for dinner tonight.
I got some baby potatoes we were debating on making mashed
potatoes.
Oh,
I got a couple trays of those, too. Wonder what kind of shelf life these have. Okay, so the man, Gun Glutton, sends me the bottle for me and you to review, and he sent me a cigar, a Davidoff.
What a big cigar.
I mean, is that like Davidoff?
Did it disappear?
No, I haven't smoked it yet. You know, I have not had a cigar in probably 5 months, 4 months. You know what? I have a really hard time getting motivated to go sit outside and smoke a cigar this time of the year. Oh, because you might want to plan for it. Anybody else that just happens to be in the area? Christine wants to do, this would be our second annual New Year's Eve fire again this year.
Oh, she was going to do one. I talked to her before snow hit, and she said, no.
No, she must have thought about it, and she goes, you know what, that was actually an awesome time. She goes, was that Christmas? I go, no, it was New Year's Eve. And I was like, well, we need to do it again. So she wants to have the big fire pit. We'll see how much snow we're sitting in this year.
Yeah, last year she went to town, started shoveling, and then I took over, but there was some snow last year. By the way, you're going to have to talk to Dave. I know I already told you about talking to him. Well, I seen him online, so I sent him a message. And it's just not going to work out.
What?
I told him I need a book when he's around to it. And then he responded, Granny needs to bake me chocolate chip cookies first. I told him that they were making fruit cookies today. And she made a couple other different kinds yesterday, but not sure what kind. He responds, chocolate chip. Said, I'll let her know. So I told her, and my grandma says, no, that's one cookie I don't cook. I don't do chocolate chip.
She'll cook them.
At the gas station.
That's all that matters.
I thought
Take
that. Like it wouldn't matter. You wouldn't know the difference.
Matter of fact, we can put Hello David on them.
I was thinking even something probably worse, but... Get some of that chocolate X-Lax.
Oh my God. How was the cookies, David? Oh, son of a bitch!
I laughed too hard. I just shook my drink. Oh.
Thanks. That makes two of us.
Oh, you poured them pretty full. Oh. Yeah, that'd be funny. That'd be funny. It's not like you gotta worry about having an accident at work.
Hey, David. You might want to put some plastic on the couch. Ah, shit. Yeah, please make a clean spot on the floor.
Clean spot. I was just wiping up the alcohol, that's all.
Yeah, oh yeah, in case of you're worrying about fire or something.
Hey, there was no pregame today either. Just want to make that clear.
Oh my God, there should have been.
Cheers, who is this from?
Gun Glutton.
Gun Glutton, thank you. We'll let you know how this goes. Wow. Actually, I really like the flavor of that. It's, doesn't have a really strong kick either.
I would say again, he's the bourbon fan. I'm not really the bourbon fan. It has a really...
It has a good, nice, unique taste, I like.
It has a really dominant, like vanilla and the cask, the oakiness.
Yep, that sweetness or whatever it is, it really seems to make it smooth to me. You want your dildo? Dildo plug?
And I think from watching his video reviewing this and the cigar, it's just another example that you can find a good either bourbon whiskey or scotch without having to break the bank. Again, I'm not a huge bourbon fan, but that's good. And we're gonna have to see if it happens or not. Because Christine goes, "Are you gonna do a brew review tomorrow?" And I go, "Come on." Yeah.
It's Sunday.
And she goes, "But can we do, no, just remember, I said this. She said, can we do the Patreon video before you do the brew review?" So, you Patreon guys, me and Christine will be reviewing this, and then that opens it up so that me and Matt can have it. And here's the funny thing, is there's no E in this one. Now, that's a rye, so it's not really like I can...
I'm not huge into the rye, I'm not gonna lie, but I heard Balcones is a good one. What I've heard.
Well, I'm not gonna say that...
That is crazy strong. Did you just see the fucking alcohol content on here?
What? No.
Are you saying shit because of her? Holy fuck.
Coming from him.
Fuck off.
It's like if he's pointing it out.
Woohoo!
What is it?
That one's gonna be a
43?
Up. 44. Up. Wow. Yeah, I think that one's stronger than Booker's. I think Booker's is only 60 or 61.
I can't remember if it's 123 or 126.
What, Booker's? You just look at the number, and that's what I'm thinking too. Oof. You might as well just say this is a dark version of Everclear.
It's definitely getting there. Pizza?
I could go without the pizza, to be honest. Just saying.
Imagine yourself there. Okay. So that was like the second comment.
Oh, we're getting really far in these comments, let me tell you what.
Zeus, J9, Somali
Pirates.
Pirates. J9. J9 is a miss. And you want to talk about being a, I don't know if the word is gentleman, fool. I'll go with fool. Sharky made a comment about one of my more favorite conglomerations of bands, Joe Satriani, Steve Vai, and then somebody else called themselves G3. I didn't realize he was making a comment about the band, and I gave him the kill, or the hit.
When I shouldn't have done?
And then like 2 comments later from him was his actual shot, which was a miss. So he decided, because he didn't actually call it, he was going to go hunting on his own, and then, of course, the next 2 from him were misses. And I was like, take what you got, you know? Run what you brung, baby. So the funny thing is that one was an official sync, and this one was just a mistake on my behalf. But
What a pup.
yeah. Oh, Rich says cheers all. Oh, Rich. So, as part of full disclosure, yesterday, right after I did I was hanging out with you guys, and I told you I put the trigger in, and it has that connector, and I long story short, Rich, I'm wondering if your entire problem wasn't related to a connector, because that one that I put in here, which worked, it seemed like it was working fine, but it might have been screwing up and I just didn't realize it. But yesterday, I definitely realized it. I was getting
Shot fired.
a shot, and then as soon as my finger started to move for the reset,
Another shot.
the gun fired again. So I took the connector out. That was I don't remember the brand, NIHAP. If the first one you sent with the snake on it, I took that one out, and I put the Ghost, was it the Ghost Revolution connector in it, and the gun wouldn't even fire. So I took the original stock connector that came with this build kit, and Rich, I went over to the buffer, and I slathered that baby down with mother's polish, and I got it feeling pretty damn good. And the best part, or the only part, is reliability. It hasn't had that weird screw up, and so with 3 different connectors, I had 3 different results. I had a double shot wonder, or a near full auto, 9mm. I had a non-functioning gun, and with the stock setup, so it just has the Serpico flat trigger in here, which again, they're just the best. So I just thought I'd let you guys know, if you ever experience any kind of a problem, I think the connector is a huge deal, and I don't exactly know why, because I compared obviously that one had a really narrow body to it, but the overall length was the same. How it slid into the housing was the same. It just didn't seem like it had enough of an issue. And then the Ghost, the Revolution, that one just was ribbed for her pleasure, and the gun wouldn't even fire. It was just, you'd pull the trigger all the way to the rear, and I eventually had to, if I would have had NIHAP, if I would have had the plate in there. Of course, I don't even know if I guess you'd push it down to get it to fire. I usually just simply slide the back plate off for a second. It takes the firing pin out of the scenario, and then you can slide it right off of the slide. But yeah, 3 different results with 3 different connectors. And by sticking with the stock one and just, I mean, Rich, if I pulled that thing out of there right now and held it up to the camera, you'd see you. I really like this setup. I think this is
like the color.
I like the color and the fact that it's gone to the proving grounds and put a bunch of rounds through it. I mean, technically speaking, it is back to what it was the last time I shot it. It's just more polished. Oh, shit. Well, I hate to be that guy, but...
You're having another bloody... I was going to say do that or use your stick or something.
You need more for your beer?
You fuck yourself. Trying to go real spice, huh? Got some of that really hot salt in my truck. I can bring that over for him. Charlie saw that. He goes, "Is this the hot salt?" I said, "Yeah, that's the really hot salt." He goes, "Is this the one I tried?" I said, "Nope, it's the hotter one." He goes, "Oh, good thing, but I almost want to try it." Now he's starting to get into hot stuff. He thinks he's growing some cojones or something. Like, just you wait, kid. You're going to get to a spot where you don't like. Because
So
I'm just
what
nice.
is he up to?
Well, the black salt.
See, like I told, and no offense to Lee, but you're gonna die from a heart attack before you get overheated from the stuff. But it definitely had some damn good flavor to it.
Yeah. Well, that's why I like the black stuff, actually. It's a lot finer salt.
I want to know when he's gonna hook a brother up.
I know. We called him.
Hell,
I haven't heard from him.
I'm not even. I talked about him on Locked and Loaded, so that's just because that's the way I am. If I like something, I'm gonna tell the world about it, literally.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm expecting him to like hook us up with free shit. He already did that once. I want that jalapenos.
Well, that's what I told him.
God damn, his
The jalapeno. The sauce you're talking about?
the sauce. Well, let's put it this way: there isn't
Which
anything
one?
that we've had that I've had of his that hasn't been worth purchasing.
Which one was it that you really liked? Did you
The
already
green
go through,
one.
Did you go through all that salt too? Did I give you? I figured you did. Yeah, I mean, the next day it looked like you were through half a bottle.
I mean, if I had some more right
That-
now, we'd
that
be putting
green-
it on steaks tonight.
That green stuff, though. That green stuff. Holy cripes, man! I told you I went through that like a half a bottle in like.
No, you brought it over here and I finished it off.
Yeah, but it was only like 1 or 2 days. I put that shit on.
It's not super hot, but it's freaking awesome taste wise. It just says when it knows you're making breakfast, it goes, "Hey, come on. You know you want me on those eggs."
Me on there, yep.
No, I give him full credit because he's just like he's not as spicy as any of the Saint Sauce products, but he is treating it just like Tony, the owner of Saint Sauce. It is about the flavors before. Oh, it's like, let's beat our chest, and you know, if you pour my hot sauce on stainless steel, it'll warp it. You know, Jesus Christ, okay, fine. If you're one of those guys, like me and Rich has had this conversation, you know, I'm not gonna be Mark. If you're listening, I'm not gonna be that guy that's gonna stand here and eat a goddamn Reaper pepper. I don't give a shit.
You have.
Well, I
mean,
yeah.
fuck, you even licked the
the
suckers and all that shit.
I didn't
enjoy it.
I think one of the worst though was those peanuts. Jesus God, that chocolate was pretty nasty too. I found it. I still have like I sent a bunch to Mike, but I still have that in there. Oh, I got an idea for your grandma's cookies.
Put that in there.
Reaper. Reaper chocolate for David.
We could do that. No, you know,
fucking shit flames.
you know what? I gotta laugh. So, Charlie, what the hell was it that he did now? I forgot. We're talking about the hot one. Oh, the chocolate. Yeah, the chocolate. So, for whatever reason, we were talking about chocolate one day, and I ever asked him, I said, "You ever have any Baker's chocolate?" He goes, "No." I said, "Oh, okay. I'll give you some Baker's chocolate." So after school, when he got back, I cooked him dinner and he was eating and stuff. And I said, "Oh yeah, by the way, good job. You ate your whole plate and you're eating well. I'll go grab you some of that Baker's chocolate." So I broke him off a chunk. He puts it in his mouth, takes a bite, and all of a sudden he's just like this over his plate. What the hell is this stuff? That's Baker's chocolate, kid. There's no sweetener in that.
As a kid, who hasn't broken into their mother's...
That's how I
I'm like, oh, it's chocolate.
Yep.
Crack.
Oh, this is horrible.
Ever had a organic...
What the hell, are you getting soft on me or something? Organic. Goddamn gluten-free.
Someone sent them, okay? I didn't
These are
buy them.
sounding like my sister on her diet.
Your sister.
Well, she's doing it because of stomach issues. She's not on any specific diet because she's trying to lose weight or anything. It's she just gets sick from everything she eats. So she had to cut out everything out of her diet, and then once a week she gets to add something new.
Oh, they're trying to narrow it down?
Yeah. And so I think next week she's got to eat a lot of shellfish, and she don't even like it. And she's like, "Well, why wouldn't I just skip that? Because I'm never going to eat it." The doctor's like, "Yeah, I know, but it'll let us know, if there's anything specific in that kind of stuff, we would know."
Well, that'd be like having this conversation. Christine, we should introduce venison to your system just to double check. Well, why would you do that? Because she doesn't eat it in the first place.
I know, and that's what my sister said. But you know what? I don't care. I'm laughing the whole way because she don't like it. I do. So I'm probably going to get a bunch of decent shellfish cooked up
that she bought.
Yep, and that she won't have to eat, or she'll refuse to eat after she tries a little bit.
You need to get a set of just little tiny tongs for this.
I've got some at home.
You did see that, right? In my own glass, I stabbed 2.
Yeah.
I can't get one, and
use a knife, Putz. A knife would be sharper.
But they actually stab in, and then I wasn't having much success with knives either. The other day, Miles went like this, and it stabbed an ice cube. He came out with an ice cube stuck to the tip, and I'm like...
And you can't even get a fucking olive?
I can't get the olive.
That's pretty embarrassing, I gotta say.
These ones, though, are pretty good. They're from Italy.
Italy?
They're from Italy.
Italy, I like it.
They taste more like a black olive than they do a green olive. Oh, it might get noisy. I apologize. I found
a lot of shit.
3 years in the where in the F did it go? I found a lot of my winter gear in our what would be the canning good if this house was, if I was doing what I should be doing, the pantry. I don't know what happened in there. I think what happened
you
is...
and Christine started using that as a fucking space.
No, I tell you what happened. 3 days. We've got 3 days left, and there's going to be 47 people from all over the world here.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
And then it never got undone. And I found a garbage bag that looked like a Santa delivery receptacle, and I was like, "What is in this?" And when I opened up the straps, the very first thing I saw was my red parka, the most butt ugly frickin' thing on the planet. It was in the attic of the house that I lived, that I had last with the hooker, and I've been missing this thing for 3 years because it's as stupid, ugly as it is. I think somewhere Christine actually has a picture. It was like 38 degrees below zero. I'm out behind the snowblower with a cigar in my mouth, snow blowing, and when I came in, I had to take a shower because I was so sweaty.
That's the Minnesota way, though.
It's like, oh, did you want another beer?
Sure.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, that is a spirit.
I mean, they're not good, but they're not terrible.
Well, they're not bad. I mean, it's not like it's disgusting. It's just, it's not good. It's literally almost flavorless.
Oh, there it is.
But it does rank at a 7.7, so. And nitros are always good. I mean, it's smooth. Real smooth, easy to go down. Ooh, that might be a good mix and match.
Does it mix?
Well, you know, you might get a little bit more flavor out of that.
Well, if we do that, we'd have to do. We could do it first. I'm not going to go get the lab coats though.
Copy that.
Now, I was disappointed with this because I don't
Very
remember.
cherry.
I don't remember it being sour last year.
Oh, mine's never been sour, but it was very, very cherry-like. Like flavor-wise.
You've had this year's?
No, not this year's. Last year's I'm talking about.
I like last year's. This is
It
different.
wasn't bad. No, I've always liked it because they've had it a lot of times. But what I'm saying is,
half of that is yours, half of that is mine.
I've never had it sour. It's just really strong cherry flavor.
No, seriously. Try it first. That does not taste anything like last year's. I like last year's 10 times more than this batch. It's almost like if you said to yourself, wonder how long we can age this, and it starts to get that vinegar bitterness to it.
That's what it's going on.
That's what happened here.
Well, thanks for selling that to me.
That is not last year's.
That's not any of the past 5 years or however long I've been having this stuff for.
I know. This has always been a treat. And this is more like a punishment.
I don't know if that's worthy of
Mixing it?
Yeah.
See, I thought I'd better warn you. And I told Miles, I said,
different.
This is different. This is not at all what it's ever been. It's kind of like the Brewmaster.
It's like, what is it? Is the world going to shit that bad they couldn't get real cherries this year? They had to fucking substitute with raisins or some shit?
Here's what I see at Bell's. Here's the Brewmaster. Chuck, come over here. Did you put the cherries in the cherry stout this year?
Damn it, I knew I forgot something.
You're fired. You are so fired right now.
Either that or that was a new fucking taste tester that's like, the other one must have died or something. He's no longer there. That's kind of nifty. Like I said, I do not like the way it opens up at all. It looks like it'd be a pretty durable blade, though.
Well, you could still just...
Yeah, I still don't like that. I really like the back ones. Yep.
See, now this is not assisted, so this is all you.
Doesn't matter. I'd still take that. I can flick it pretty good.
I take that back. That does have a spring in it.
I can flick them pretty good. Yeah, that one's... I was going to say, that one always jumps right open. Both of those. Those are the same ones, just different blade design. Touching tips. Oh, I saw something I should have sent to you.
Oh, I have to know what touching tips has reminded you of.
There was this new thing that says It was laughing about how robots are taking all of our jobs. But this one was taking our job in another way. It was a new woman's sex toy. And basically it's like almost this vacuum type thing with an artificial tongue. That'll go to town on ladies. The kid I was telling you about the same thing with the grandma's hip as a shift knob.
Yeah.
He sent that one out as well. Yeah, Charlie didn't mind that. Like I said, I thought he had pretty good form for the first time ever shooting a pistol. I thought he did pretty good.
Were you at least on paper with it?
We didn't bring paper, we just brought the cans out, but we already shot so many holes through them, I don't know if there was anything there.
So you don't know if it even moved?
No idea. At first I thought, oh, Eric's going to be happy because we took it out and it's hitting. But then I'm like, oh yeah, we already hit this 1,000 times, so I don't even honestly know if it hit.
See, and I don't even know how you're... The mount on this is not right for this style.
Yeah.
And you can...
There's a gap.
I think I had to dial it way down.
Okay.
I've got the opposite going on of what you'd want for a long-range scenario.
This is another one he said. This kid actually is pretty entertaining. It's called Ejecto-C. You just see how he just goes right up and he's like standing
up and watching your snowmobile go away from you.
Yeah, I can't find it, but it probably got taken down because it was definitely a very graphic, dirty post. But it was pretty funny. It didn't show a real woman, but it showed like a dummy doll that was literally designed to look just like a woman, so.
Probably a real doll.
Yeah, it could have been, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if Facebook wanted that on there, so they might have taken it down.
Oh, speaking of a fag book, a commie book.
You're back on.
I'm back!
I'm back, bitches.
I haven't even decided if I might just stay over at the Rodney Pincone one.
Yeah, you're not getting in trouble on there.
Well, here's the deal. If we're friends, if you're friends with Eric Bomey on Commie Book, but we're not friends yet on the Rodney Pincone account, you need to let me know so that I can connect. Because the problem that happens here all the time is I know so many of you as your YouTube channel, and your Facebook is more than likely you. So, case in point, I've been friends with a few of you for years and years, and I never realized that you are you on YouTube. So, but when I did the Rodney Pincone account, I went down the line and I tried to find the people that I actually personally know. Either I interact with you here or I interacted with you all the time on my original. I just didn't want to have contacts for the sake of numbers. I wanted actual friends and people that I'm following and that I'm following back. So
3 years ago. Do you remember that one?
No.
That just came up in today's feed, both of them. Eric up top, pissing. Joey Cousin, real Cobra burnout down below.
Rich, My second son is named Eric, but not after you. Well, we should hope so. J-Dog here at work. Rich Huff, excellent. Thanks, Zeus. Yeah, it's slowly gonna turn. Like I said, I would seriously consider this charging handle in any caliber. It is a very nice charging handle.
I like that. I didn't know it was extended on both sides. That's nice.
Oh yeah.
I wish I had one like that for my 308 when I had it.
But again, it's $100 charging handle.
Well, a lot of charging handles for 308s are not cheap.
Oh, no, you're gonna spend probably close to $40 on a single-sided one. So, hopefully, let's see, Friday, Saturday. Hopefully, Tuesday, I'll get the handguard from Johnny, because that's all that I need, because the handguard has the barrel nut.
What do we do for sights on that?
They're
the flip-ups, right?
Just expensive, very expensive flip-ups. Troy Industries? Well, no, let me rephrase. He can spend more money on flip-ups. Those ones are absolutely badass, but...
Which ones? What do you think?
Those ones that you found...
Oh, I'm not spending that kind of money on them. Well, maybe if I built another 308 I would, but, I mean, fuck. Yeah, those things are crazy expensive, but did you not like them? I mean, the idea behind them I thought were awesome.
Oh, hell yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, these are the Troy Industries.
Okay. Now, do these glow, I'm guessing? I'm guessing they do.
Yeah, that one says that it's tritium. The sights that I get are that all others are measured by. Which is cool. A lot of sights do not come with the adjuster either. Adjuster wrench.
Yeah, I struggled to see it. I mean, you could, but I mean, I didn't think it lit up as much as it would. Of course, it's also still lit up in here.
I think it has a... No, that's just actually the light bouncing off the cut on the bottom of the...
Yep.
But I mean, it's at least a white dot.
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
No, they look nice.
You know, though, some of the more expensive sights on the market are the, like, Trigicon. And I have the Trigicon straight 8s on my Heine on Ed's 1911. And they are really small. Like, you're going,
I do have...
In the dark, they glow pretty good.
Let me talk to Charlie, because I already talked to him, because the scope we use today, he's struggled to see through them because he's not used to, you know, using real guns or anything. And I think that scope was really, it was a cheaper one, but it's really hard for him to get focused in on. So I'm thinking about pulling out the silver one I got, that cheap Simon's one that I originally bought for the 22. But you know what? That one's not going to zoom in as well. But you know that gun was a fucking tack driver when I had that thing on there. I mean, you could literally... It was like ding, 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 ding. I mean, you're nailing every shot. Even though, like I said, it's not a high-powered scope, but it was a 22 scope. And it frickin'... You were nailing everything. So I'm going to have him look through both scopes. And if he thinks it's easier to look through that Simon's one, you know, and acquire your target faster, I will switch it out. And if that's the case, if you're interested, I'll give you the scope mounts and that bigger scope I had, if you remember. It's even got the like sun blocker on it or whatever. It's not anything expensive, but it's a scope. And I had it on my original 308, so I mean, it can take the shock of the round.
You know, actually, I addressed this scenario yesterday. We, as our immediate group, me, John, Christine, Johnny, Joey, we didn't originally weren't going to put anything on it other than flip-ups, because I personally think I try on my defensive guns to make it so that if for some reason you broke the scope, I don't know, the scope, you know, you hit a doorway and it shattered it and you couldn't use it anymore, I always put quick disconnect, and I put backups on things that if the world turns upside down right now and I got to grab that and I'm running out the door, it's set up in both directions. And in this scenario, like I said yesterday, we had no plans of putting any optics on it. But if you sent a red dot, or Matt wants to provide a scope, hell yeah, I'll put it on it, because whoever gets it, you know, if you decide that you don't want it on this rifle, maybe you have something else in your collection you want to put it on, you want to put something higher end on this. I mean, I have, shit, right now I have what, one, two, three, four things chambered in 308, and I have everything from a $3,200 scope all the way down to a red dot on the one. Yeah. My one, I have it set up almost as a, oh yeah, you want to come in this house? I hope you're wearing body armor, because it's going to be stinging like a motherfucker in a second here. You know, so, you know, I can easily see that having something as simple as a decent red dot on it to a scope. Yeah, no, we'll throw a scope on. Is that rings or a mount?
I think it's rings.
I mean, we can still.
But I mean, I got all of it to go on there.
Well, you had it on yours.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, that's...
Actually, so it was a cheap scope, but I think it looks badass. It's it's one of those oversized scopes that just, it's like going big and obnoxious. And then you got the shade, you got the sunshade hider or whatever you can screw onto the front, so it fucking adds another like 4 inches.
I have...
That's what's on my son's 22 right now. But I think it looks sweet.
Oh, it was working on your 308.
Yeah, it was.
Didn't you use that to collect a few deer?
Yeah. I just went with, well, that's when I bought the Engage from, what brand was that?
Did you decide not to do a Does It Mix?
No. No, I decided I did not want to mix this. Then I went and got the Engage from what brand? Bushnell. The Bushnell Engage.
I'm going to do a 50-50. Just so I can say I tried it.
Alright, yep, so that's the scope I'm talking about. Ah, crap. Turn. Either way, yeah, you see it. It's dang big. I think it looks really sweet, though, honestly, and it works. I mean, it's a functioning scope. But I'll have to, well, I also have a red dot. I got a True Glow red dot. It's just a cheap one. But I could even throw that on there, depending on what my son wants. I'll give him the optics of choice, so then I can throw on a cheap red dot or scope. And like you said, they can always take it off, or they can just say they don't want it, and I'll keep it. But if someone wants it, I think it looks pretty badass. I had it on my 308, and it helped me get a few deer.
Actually, I was kind of wondering about the...
Actually, I'm just going to say that I, might as well just fill the hat with a bunch of my names, because I definitely need a new 308. That's like the only ammo I can find nowadays.
308?
Yeah. Well, I got a 20 rounds when I went over to Superior Shooters the other day, and it's still a one box of each type of ammo, period. And it's like, what the hell? So I bought a magazine for my AR-15, and the largest box of ammo they got is 20. It's like, you're really only going to sell me one box of ammo. I can't even fill up a magazine with one box of ammo. So you're going to make me come here like, you know, how many days in a row just to... What does it pull?
3 pounds, 12 ounces.
Hey, horrible. It's
No,
not great, but it's not horrible.
I've done...
Does it feel smooth?
Yeah, it actually doesn't feel... Kind of have a kit going on here.
You know, honestly, I really would like to win this, but I'd already tell you, I'd have to put a different stock on there already.
You will literally shoot the barrel off of it.
Whoopsies!
Wow, that sounded so gay.
Oh, that's from Mortal Kombat. I was going to say, this isn't straight. Okay, this is loosey-goosey. I was like, this isn't quite straight there, boss.
Well, none of this is. Here, how's that? Here, let's John Solar your ass right there.
This is a little stiff. As soon as it starts to creep, then it's ready to go.
I've done nothing to it. I thought I might have a bored moment, and
It's almost like the wall is instantaneous, and as soon as that trigger starts moving, it's going to click right away after.
I might do the 50-cent polish job on it.
Bulker defense.
Yeah, that's a bad.
Tell you what, no, I really like that.
That's a badass charging handle.
It's nice.
I might have to pick one of those up in 5.56.
I didn't know if they made them in 5.56, but that's sweet.
Hey, John Solar, we got your barrel set up.
Oh, hey. I was actually thinking about sending John a picture. Does he have a lot of pictures of his muzzles on different guns? Because honestly, this could be one for the show. This could be one for the show books. You seen it on there? I mean, that looks really good. You liked all that.
Oh, the Hubinator?
Yeah, the Oh, that's really not staticky, kind of fuzzy. But I tell you what, in person, that thing just looks sick on there. Of course, I had to recut out the freaking foam.
Zeus says the Falker Defense charging handles run $100. I try to wait for sale prices, and he did. Rich Huff, I'm getting excited. It's looking good. Yes, it is. Wait till you see with the handguard on it. Smile Money says top 10. Well, that's bad. We're an hour in, and we've just hit the top 10. Jorn with a link.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I really hate links sometimes.
This is what Jorn sends. Well, I guess it's better than continuously dogging Trump. Hey, Jorn, are you much happier with Joe Biden as our president? Because we're not.
Even my grandma is finally starting to be a bit more like, yeah, fuck Biden.
I personally believe most of the country is probably that way because, first of all, we all know that he didn't get the votes in the first place. Fraud.
And they're still not letting it come out. Or they're still, like even in the courts and stuff, they're still trying. Dominion is fighting Mike Lindell, saying that they need to throw out the court case because all he is saying is a bunch of bullshit. Well, if that's the case, let it go to court, and you can prove your innocence. That's my thought.
I still think the greatest video I ever watched about that was a guy who said, I didn't even vote for Trump, but I believe in math. And let's look at this. At 2:47 in the morning, Biden went from not a chance of winning to
winning
with excess. And he goes, I'm sorry, but there is no way.
Well, and Donald Trump had the most votes ever in American history. Oh wait, but then he still, with the most votes in history, he still got beat by Joe Biden with even more votes in history. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? How do you have two candidates that got the most numbered votes ever in the same year? How you know what I mean? Like, that's just a crazy turnout. Well, yeah, I guess when you got a bunch of dead people voting and people voting like 10 extra plus times, like, that is possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, I got a question. Maybe I should ask Christine. But has she ever inquired about her job again since they refused the mandates? Of course, Essentia Health is still mandating it, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
I just keep waiting for those court hearings to keep passing by, because she might be getting a nice settlement check.
She's been waiting to appeal the unemployment decision, and now there's even more ammunition
To do it?
The thing is these companies, they can't have it both ways. You just got your fucking shit handed to you by the courts. The court said, no, there is no mandate. And then Congress, the other day, there is no mandate. So either people need to be offered their jobs back, or you need to fulfill
them
unemployment.
Not even fulfilling unemployment, because that expires. No, I'm not saying that they have to write out an indefinite check, but they need to be providing unemployment, and I think they also need to provide a severance package.
Well, 21 years. 21 years, and you just worked the last year and a half.
No, but do you know what I'm saying though? They need to provide a severance package on top of unemployment.
I hope when this is all done, Essentia is filing for bankruptcy, because I hope they cease
get their
to
asses
exist.
handed to them.
I mean, you're talking about an army of people that went to work every single day. Chris is like, I'm just down. I mean, I am literally down the hall from infectious disease and this, that, and the other thing. She goes, I went to work every single day. And then because I wanted to decide what went into my body myself, I was fired. And I'm like, I hope they end up having to have a whole wing in your everybody that they let. See, they say they only fired 49 people, but what they don't admit to is the hundreds of nurses and doctors that walked out. And they should have never walked out.
No, I agree.
I say shame on them. You should have never walked out. You should have let them fire you.
I agree, but you know what? Christine was right there with them. She was going to walk out too until we convinced her otherwise.
Yeah, she did not want to believe. Oh my God.
That bad?
Oh, yes.
Did you do the mix, or you still...
Yeah, I did the mix, and it just...
That's why I said it's not worth it.
It added...
Just more nastiness.
Yeah, see, it even the bubbles don't even want to play along. It looks like your liver.
If that's my liver, I can't wait to see yours.
Okay. Smile Money, licking a Christmas tree. I have never had that desire. Would you lick the needles or the trunk? Wow. One of those seems a little on the sexual side. Right about now, I think I'd like to lick the needles. No, I'd start with the trunk.
I'd lick her trunk.
I'd lick the trunk. I'd lick her junk. Congrats on the non-explicit video. Profanity works best used strategically. Poco says,
I would say minimally.
fuck that happy horse shit.
The less you swear, the more emphasis it has when you use it.
Hey, I didn't drop a single F-bomb last night on Locked and Loaded. John, who, is helping me get on iHeart, and Joey, who is just like Jerry, can't say his name with adding an F in between as like a middle initial. And I felt bad. Joey made it long into the second hour, but had to go because he's a lot more frail than Greg, who had the same surgery and was back at work 6 days later. I'm just kidding, Joey.
I'm gonna say that sounds like a low blow.
Greg was told 6 to 8 weeks. 6 days later, he's back. 6 days later, he was there for a half a day, and then 7 days later, he was back full time.
I'm guessing that's because he was doesn't have really the insurance or good company that'll give him that paid time off.
That's because we work for
That's
ourselves.
What I'm saying. He doesn't have.
Yeah, if I was Joey, I mean, look at what happened to me. I had knee surgery, and when everybody else gets to go back to work, the physical therapist ripped my knee worse than the original surgery, and then a year on Lortabs.
My son shot this pretty well, but he was scared originally. You know why? Because he heard my mom's husband just got a new pistol. He got the Hellcat. And he's always shot revolvers. I told you about this, remember? He was shooting, but he was cuffing it like the revolver or whatever, and he split his hand wide open. Well, I told my son, I was watching him, I'm like, you want to hold it like this? So use that other hand as like a bottom base plate just for stability. I said, get comfortable. He goes, oh yeah, that's more comfortable, so he was doing that. But that's what he was scared of, because I said, no, this will slide. It slides back and forth so fast you don't even see it or notice it until, the last shot when it opens up. But that's why he was scared to shoot a revolver, because he thought it was a revolver that did that. I said, no. I said, it was actually this gun. Or a gun like this with the slide. He goes, oh, really? I'm like, yeah, you shot fine. But you just don't stick your hand up top. He didn't know that. I told you that, so that's why you didn't do it. It's like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Well, next time you have to take the revolver. No. It's kind of a give and take, because it's a 22, and he is a kid, so let's throw a little leeway in there. But that's gonna be less felt recoil. It's a heavier gun, and it has a moving action. The revolver's kind of cool though, because it's a 10-shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like shooting that little revolver.
I haven't tried it. No, he had me shoot everything first, and then he watched to see the kind of recoil and said, all right, I'll shoot that or I won't shoot that. And I think, honestly, he probably would have shot the AR if it wasn't so damn loud. He said that was really loud. And he thought there was a lot of recoil. And I'm like, no, the AR has, no recoil.
It helps and it doesn't to actually explain to him that...
Oh, I did explain the weight.
The same...
I did explain that. I explained a lot, just driving up there and talking with them and explaining stuff.
Watch this.
Yeah, you'll have to come out with us next time so you can bring some of your toys and you can just have fun watching us and then shooting his own thing.
Should we bring
He did good.
Bring 312 in the 60 round?
312.
The retro?
Oh. Now it's catching in 312. I'm like, 312? What the hell's your 312? Okay. Well, I did do a couple dumps. I did the dump with the shotgun and I did a dump with the AR-15. Obviously, it's not going to be the same kind of dump. I'll be honest with you.
This is what I was doing while I was cleaning today.
I'm still only halfway through the trippy one. Now, was the trippy one an actual episode? Or that's someone did that, didn't they?
The trippy one?
Yeah. The trippy Star Wars one?
Star Trek?
Or Star Trek, yeah, sorry, Star Trek.
Which is the trippy one?
Like everything's on mushrooms? Or like when you're watching it, it feels like you're on mushrooms?
Yeah, you must be watching something somebody did.
You told me about it.
Okay, I'm just going to read to get a few of these out of the way. Soil money.
Do it.
Never used a gut hook. Usually up to my elbow pulling things out of the... Okay.
Out of the carcasses? Yeah, I do the same thing.
Fish I usually fillet and leave the guts in place.
See, I got the fish right away. It's easy to chop the heads off and slice out the guts. Fish guts are seriously easy. You never clean fish?
No, I don't want to. There's no desire.
It's literally
I could probably clean a human easier than I could clean
No, you
fish.
you literally cut the fucking head right off behind the gills, and then you go straight from that fucking anus cavity and just go right the belly.
Oh, I've seen it done. It's just you follow follow the
right down the middle, and all the guts come instantly right out. It's not like a fucking deer where you got to reach in, and fucking cut the throat and pull out the heart and all that other shit. I had one deer this year though that was crazy thing. Did I tell you that? The heart literally, I went to grab it and it fucking just came right out. I literally grabbed it. I like shot and it fucking hit through like where it all is connected by those arteries or whatnot. I blew it up at the artery place and the heart literally just came out by my hand. Oh, sorry, Star Trek Acid Party.
Yeah, that's not a real episode.
You haven't seen this one? I swear, you told me about it.
No, I think the Scourge might have.
That's what I thought. Someone, honestly, hey, I've got something for me and you. We could go do one day. Sit down and watch this over and over again. We could be entertained for 12 hours.
Oh, I still have a little something from my sister I have to try.
Okay.
Poco Loco. China threats America. Can we have Trump back? I wish.
I like her, Eric.
Oh, yeah. Poco says D2. D2 is a miss.
Hey, your battle box is up on the internet, if you didn't already know.
Oh, there should be like 1,000 views by now, right?
I just got a notification.
That went live an hour and 12 minutes ago. Poco.
Eric, I should be tagging you right now.
Poco says, okay, Google, play Santa's Coming by CKY.
Does Mark watch this show?
Santa's Coming by CKY, sure. Playing on Spotify.
You got the Abraham Lincoln picture, dude? Mark?
I heard, I want to see a picture of Abraham Lincoln. Sorry, I can't show you pictures. I don't have a screen.
Do you do porn?
Hey,
Please
Google.
don't talk to...
Hey, Google. What size are your tits?
She was just telling me, please
My
don't talk to me
apologies,
like
I
that.
don't understand.
Is that what she was going to say? Please don't talk to me like that?
Hey, Google. Stop that music. Poco. Sharky Google is up.
According to Wikipedia,
Hey,
Poco
hey,
is
Google.
an American
Hey,
country
hey,
rock band
hey,
originally
hey.
formed in 1968
Hey, Google.
after the
Shut the fuck up. Oh, and if you say please don't talk to me, you're going to find out what it's like to take a 308 round through you. That's what I thought. Poco says, Sharky, Google is up, everyone's crack.
I'm going to finish this up, man.
Discourage, when are you and Miles expecting? Poco, I don't know why, but Baby Sloth from Goonies comes to mind. Great. Poco, the Carol Shelby quote is from the 13 seconds in the quarter mile was fast. Laugh out loud. McLean, choose your words carefully when speaking of Trigicon, Eric. You've been warned. McLean, hey look there. It's old Pencil Barrel hisself. Matt Davis, that sexy Matt better be there this time. Ta-da! Boo Healer, 2 thumbs up. U.S. flags.
Hey, my sister keeps asking about him. She wants to know when Sugar Daddy's coming to town.
Jerry?
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh wait, not my sister. My grandma keeps wondering when the Sugar Daddy's coming to town.
Wade. Miles is getting a little too relaxed with you, Eric. Possibly it has something to do with his SWAT team takedown. In a jailhouse setting, a loud, juicy fart tells everyone you're wet and ready for business. Good God. Wade, I've never really wanted to lick a spruce tree, but I would give that nerdy girl with the suspenders a go. Smile money. An hour and 40 minutes. The time there and then an hour and 40 minutes back alone with your wife in a vehicle. Then coming home to drink with Matt. Wow, let the adventure begin. Ta-da.
They skipped all the bad stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, good thing the wife pulled through. You didn't have to make an excuse and say you got COVID. She came through for the both of you. And you know what? This fucking douchebag had the option to go shooting with me and Charlie. And instead, he sits down in his basement to clean. And I'll tell you what, Eric, it does not look any cleaner. If anything, it looks a lot worse.
I've been finding bodies that I didn't even know I buried.
I mean, I know you're going through it. That's why everything's everywhere. But yeah, it don't really look like you did much cleaning.
Steven. The
Oni and Dinge Dejin XL
are full T8 screws. Just remove the 2 clip screws and pivot screw where they grind the lock face on the blade. I took some medium grip sandpaper, put it on a table near the edge, drug the sharp spots on both sides of the blade across the sandpaper at an angle and removed the burrs. I then got the Dremel with the polish wheel, polished up the read more button lock face on the blade, cleaned off all the factory lube, re-lubed and assembled. When assembling, put the pivot in the first and get it slightly over tight. Then do the body screws rather snug. Slowly loosen and test the pivot where you want it, and it should be centered. Or I'll just keep it in my effing pocket and do this with it. I don't know. It's not like it's...
That's why I don't like those front flippers, because, I mean, you struggled with it on the first one. I struggle with it every time.
See, the problem is the pivot is like...
It's not...
Almost every knife I have, I can, but the
wing it
detail,
open.
If you get it to,
if you pop it just a hair, yes.
If you just get it past that lockup point, then it's easy. Or I could build a machine that sits and does this. Maybe I could pack this whole thing full of flits or mother's polish. No, I think it's badass. I mean, as a EDC knife.
So I gotta tell you something funny. Well, I thought it was funny, maybe not, but we gotta get this video over. But my grandma tells me this morning, I come downstairs, and she goes, "Holy Christ, you slept all night. I thought you'd be up at like 4 in the morning, because that's usually when I am up." And just because my schedule, I'm used to overnights. But anyways, so my grandma's like, oh my gosh, I woke up at 5 o'clock and all I could think of was, oh my gosh, I wish Matt was here with his gun. And I'm like, what? She goes, yeah, I heard some noise and I looked out the window and I thought someone was walking into our house. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this would be what I would need a gun for, you know. Finally, she's thinking, okay. Because she already told me, she's like, you better not ever shoot anyone that breaks into our house. What? So you want us to be dead? She doesn't want the mess. She doesn't think about the other repercussions of us dying. She's like, no, I don't want to fucking mess in my house. I'm like, okay, whatever. Then today, she's like, yeah, I was wishing you were here with a gun right now. I'm like, okay, so tell me. She thought someone was maybe coming into the house because she heard some noise. I guess it was a great big fucking deer walking right out front. She's like, oh, I wish Matt was here with his gun. I can't shoot a fucking deer out in the front with my gun, Grandma. That's a bit illegal. She goes, I know, but it would have been more deer meat. You don't even eat the deer meat. You complain that I go out hunting for 3 deer.
Yeah, what the hell?
Well, you know, that's what happens when you're dealing with a 90-year-old mind. I love the lady, but, you know, it's definitely bipolar.
Joey. That is very sweet, especially love the two-tone on that gun. Well, you know, the reason why Jerry hasn't sent you that box yet for the gun, right? It's just the right size for him so that when he goes away, his wife can put him in it and put him in her carry-on luggage on the plane. Since you speak of the M&P,
how's my baby girl doing over there? And once my crippled ass is feeling better, I'm marching my way to the gun shop to see if I can get my hands on one of those new M&P 10s.
No, you won't.
Is it a 10mm? Is that what he's...
Yeah, supposedly that core, they've come out with the 10.
That's what I was asking.
It's just one bigger than a 9. I feel like I'm gonna burp.
Tell you what, I would happily take that one bigger than a 9 any day of the week.
Joey, so how's the Vespa doing? Just sucks keeping it in the garage all winter. Oh God, did I really just hear Jules say pineapple pizza? Yes, the best pizza ever, Joey.
So 2 favorite rounds for a pistol. I would have to say mine would be a 10mm or the 5.7. What are yours?
Wow. Thanks.
See, I like the 50. I like the 50 cal, but I think that's just too big and impractical for like a carry gun or something that you really want to have follow-up shots with.
Well,
I do like the Desert Eagle, but that's just...
I've always been a huge fan of the 454.
454.
But my brother-in-law has been adding a lot of 44 Magnums to the fire lately. Now, when you make that comment,
see,
exactly what do you mean? As an everyday carry gun, I wish I could carry a 10mm all the time. And as a you think you're going to stop me?
No, I'm just saying
the 5.7 is fucking awesome.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What are your 2 favorite rounds? To me, I think the 10mm is a good round, as you call it, to go fuck yourself. But I really like the 5.7 too, because that shit'll go through damn near anything. Very fast, very accurate, and you can hold, what, is it 21 rounds in a normal magazine for that? It's a 20 mag plus 1. Mm-hmm. So you got 21 shots. I mean, that's pretty nice. 21 shots, and they definitely, they're small, but they're very quick and accurate. They will go through a lot of stuff.
There used to be 2 that size. That's what happens when you leave the plate too close to the counter and you own a pit bull.
That dog, I hope that dog has his shits and learns his lesson.
Larry's pissed.
Well, Larry also should be pissed himself for realizing that...
Well, it's his wife.
Oh, is what? So now he's got a dilemma. Which one goes, the wife or the dog?
Wife. Sharky, back in the day, I did once lick a Christmas tree. I'll pass on that beer. Thank you very much. Mr. 27, 38th.
38th.
Mike, you may have to make a drive down here for that box, Eric.
What box?
Well, if it's that box, that's worth the drive.
What box? You'll have to tell me maybe later.
Or that box. I have no idea.
I don't know how far you got to go, but for that box, I'd probably do a little drive. Maybe down the cities or something.
Mr. 27, Brubomi Twins intro. Mr. 27, intro Babe Nice. Mr. 27, first Babe Nice. Mr. 27, third Babe makes me think of the one of the Mortal Kombat characters. Yeah.
Which one? Melina, Katana, Sonya.
Or
those are the three more.
Or can I come on ya?
Well, those are, yeah, that's funny, right? Those are the original, I think, 3 chicks.
Mr. 27, Christmas flavored beer. Never had anything like that. You want to try one?
I had those. Those were all last year. That's from Bell's too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sharky, I'll go for the freebie G2.
Motherfucker.
Hit.
He was right. It was definitely a freebie.
Well, seeing how you're keeping track of this shit on your own game board, it's a 50-50, isn't it, Sharky?
No. It could have been 4 different directions. That was 25%.
No,
chance.
the next shot's a 50-50. Because he already knows that that's a miss. And he knows that and that has not been called.
That's a 50-50. Good luck, Buttercup.
Miss 27, Supergirl at 5 minutes. Nice. Oh yeah, it's the big titty chick. You don't get to see her face. And I really, I've never screwed a girl that I haven't seen her face. So, just saying.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes that's alright. If all you see is the body, though, just put a bag on it.
Sharky, that knife
just
is a nice one.
Way.
You should use it.
I was telling Jimbo about one of these. So like I told you, we gotta look at his SKS maybe one day, but I was telling him he needs to order one of these.
Well, I have 3 of them on hand right now.
I told him he's got to order one. I don't know what gun he has that's available to do that.
Well, I only have 308s.
That's, I think, well, he's got one. He bought my old 308.
This would be badass on your old 308. Would be this guy.
I told him what I was trying to do. What I was talking to him about was doing that Damascus with the blue steel. You remember I was saying how I wanted it Damascus, but I wanted to dye blue? Jim thought that was a cool idea, but he hasn't seen the brake period in real life, let alone like how it works. So I explained it to him, and he's like, "Yeah, that sounds pretty cool, but." Ooh, that is just a fucking fat wildebeest. I don't know if you would want black though or silver because I have a stainless steel barrel on there. Or I should say he does now, it's his, but yeah, that is.
I'd have to ask John what he has that coated with, but it might be possible to polish it out and make it shiny.
Stainless steel. Or shiny at least.
Oh, I tell you, until you actually shoot a rifle with and without John's brake on it, you can't appreciate it as much.
Well, that's why I'm like, I really want one. I've always wanted one. And it's hilarious because, like I said, I took my kid out shooting. And he, for some reason, thought the AR, which I don't think the AR is the loudest. I mean, I brought a 30-06 and then she's trying to tell you it's time for dinner.
Hey Google,
Shut up.
stop the music.
But anyways, yeah, my son thought the AR was the loudest, and that was with the brake on. And I don't think it's the loudest, but...
Well, there's a difference. Your AR is pushing stuff this way. Your 30-06 is all going this way.
That's what I'm saying.
It's still a much louder gun.
But he was standing behind me only like 2 feet, and he was off to the side.
Now, if I personally thought this, if you had a threaded barrel on yours, the little bit shorter 30 cal would be sweet. I've been given some disturbing news though. If someone came to me and said, I want to have anything threaded, I need a really good gunsmith, I would always send you to Dead On. David told me that Dusty and Nate are no longer there.
I told you.
I think David did too.
Well, Dave might have, but I told you because you were like, what? I guarantee I was the first person to tell you. You're like, what? Because remember I was saying
it's like, where did they go?
I don't know if they got fired, if they were doing something shady or...
Well, probably because they always help the customers.
That's what I'm saying. No, I didn't mean shady, but I meant like the company was not going to be happy because they're losing sales. But I think they also gain a lot of sales that way because they might do a 5-minute job for free. But hey, you know what? You're also getting the people to come back.
Why did David tell, well, on his Facebook, hundreds of people, you need to go to Dead On if you want something done? Because he walked through the door and said, I need a set of sights put on. I got that for you right now. Dude, 5 minutes later, here's your gun. I mean, I thought, first of all, as a gunsmith, I thought Dusty was incredible. If the work that he did on my 10mm absolutely devastated the work that a Smith & Wesson Master Tech did on my other 10mm. And then Nate, his brother, Nate was the person that when Christine fired the belt-fed 5.56, she's like, he explained everything to me. He put everything into a context that I could easily understand, and he was very interactive, and she goes, he is just incredible with customer, being able to just make you feel like,
oh, Zero. I mean, I know him. Yeah, he's
just a great guy. And if neither one of them are there anymore, well, I should actually.
Most of the staff there were pretty cool though, but those are the ones that definitely stood out to us because they're the ones we could use the most knowledge from.
Yeah, that's just.
Well, they're gonna have to replace those positions. Hopefully, they get some cool people in there.
I haven't been up there in a long time. It's just...
I haven't either. But Charlie said he'd be down to go. I got to see if I'm allowed to bring Charlie or if he needs a safety certificate or anything to go. But I've seen kids real young go up there, so I don't know.
Well, you're dealing with a very conservative company.
Yeah.
I mean...
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what their rules are.
In the middle of full-on pandemic, we walked through the door... And got yelled at for wearing them. Well, I wasn't, but I won't say who I was with.
I've got a good idea. Does it start with a D and end with an E?
Take those goddamn masks off. You cannot come in here wearing a mask.
Yeah. It's a place with guns. That's a robbery scenario right there.
Well, they were just...
I know. But I'm saying...
But yeah, no,
why the hell you're giving fucking robbers a fucking free... Hey, cover up your faces and then fuck us over.
Sharky says, took a while for the glimmer of the bullet to show itself, but yeah, the 10 Folia is safe. Sharky SH, Ultra Babe, nice. Last comment. It's working. Salty, weekend nakedness.
Hey, I finally just got my shirt from Eric again. I put it on for the first time. My grandma goes, what the hell shirt is that? I said, it is from one of Eric's buddies. And I explained. I said, she goes, well, what the hell is it? I said, well, that's a guy in a helicopter. She goes, well, I see the guy in the helicopter. What the hell is it? said he's directing traffic. That's what he used to do. She goes, oh, okay, that makes sense. And then I had to explain how he came over and did his show on the show.
And I tell you what, he can do some incredible shit with a cat.
I don't want to know.
Soy sauce, lo mein noodles. Okay, so on the E scale, the Black Forest, it's drinkable, but I'd give it a 7 at best.
Wow, you gave it way more than I was thinking. I was going 4. Oof. Well, no, it was not bad at all. But it wasn't good in any way either. I mean, the alcohol number was more preferred than some.
Yeah.
It was smooth. It's a nitro. I do like my nitros. But I tell you what, how about this? For my nitros, that is by far the worst nitro I've ever had. And I never rate them bad. They're always good. So where do you draw the line? I got to go a 4. Because that was honestly the most disappointing nitro I've ever had. I still wouldn't rate it a 1, 2, or 3. But I can't even give it a 5 because it's not even in the middle to me. It's less than half there.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna change to a 6.
Well, that's fine. But I mean, you understand what I'm saying. It's less than half there. The flavor, there's nothing.
No,
there's nothing on flavor.
There's no reason to buy it again, which is very disappointing for them.
Well, it was smooth. I don't know how much you paid for it. It's very smooth. But I can't expect that to be cheap in any aspect. And for a nitro, this was the weakest one. And I don't mean by alcohol. I mean, like, there's just no flavor.
I want to say it was $11 or $12 for a 4-pack.
That actually ain't too bad. If that's the case, I would bump it up 1 more and go to a 5. Because if it's that cheap for the alcohol content, I would buy it. I would buy it just for a good smooth buzz.
Smooth and booze.
That's what I'm saying. It's got the smooth and the booze.
That's all it's got going for it.
I like my nitros, but this just has no flavor.
And the
when you say bland, it's bland.
And the spooky is definitely worth getting again.
I got to give that an 8+. I don't know exactly how many you've tried and whatever, so I don't want to go crazy with numbers, but I would say it was an 8+. It was definitely it had a little kick to it, nothing crazy. But it was good flavored.
Without reviewing my own videos, it was either number 2 or probably number 3 of the best just pour it and drink it Bloody Marys I've had. And if that is the same one that I reviewed before, the Sriracha, I'm not a big fan of the Sriracha flavor.
See, I like it.
But it's
hitting on the bloodies.
I'm thinking half of that and half of the Devil's Spit from Famous Dave's.
Yeah. Ooh. She looks like she's a fucking snob, but I tell you what, I'd still bury my dog in her once or twice.
I'm telling you right now, I'd be walking away zipping up my fly going, I'll park my fucking car wherever I want. Here's a surprise.
Buffalo Trace, I'm going to say probably an 8.5.
Again, Gun Glutton, you know I'm not the bourbon fan. That was one of the more unique flavors.
It had a very nice flavor.
And it was very smooth. Overall, if I'm comparing it with some high-end scotches, I'd still give it a 7. Comparing it with the shit I really like. And I'm not a bourbon fan, but that is a great example.
My one thing that I gotta knock you on for your level of grading is that you can't compare it to what you really like because it's a whole different kind of alcohol.
Oh, it's a bourbon.
That's what I'm saying. Like whiskey and whiskey is still different.
Okay,
a bourbon on
nothing but a bourbon scale.
I'd
probably go an 8 or an 8.5 on.
I went 8.5
on just bourbons that I've had.
Like Booker's that right up real high, even though that shit fucking is harsh.
Oh,
but I tell you what, it's strong as hell. And
I have more memory loss on Booker's than any other bourbon.
That's what I'm saying. Like that stuff will mess you up. Ooh, that's my soft point. I really love the Knob Creek version.
See, this is something that impresses the hell out of me.
I love the Knob Creek, every one of them but the rye. I don't like ryes as much.
That's why I'm kind of going to be a little on the, would the word be, fascinated to find out what you think of that.
Yeah, we'll try it.
Because haven't you had this one?
Yeah. That surprised me. I think it was alright. I don't think I rated it great, but I mean, I didn't cry. I remember that. Yeah.
That doesn't count because...
Hey, I gotta go grab the steaks and find out what Charlie wants for potatoes. Let's get to this club.
Okay, let's wrap this shit up and get out of here.
That's what I'm saying.
And cook some holy shit dinner.
I asked him, he said he's hungry.
First in is Jeremy. I decided to put my credit card back in my wallet and rethink the RMR purchase. I'm really not a fan of dots that you have to remove from the gun to change the battery. Wow. I can't believe Trigicon is actually one of them. J-Dog, Heart Club, Mr. Holster. Rich, cheers clubbers.
Hey, cheers Rich. Wish you were back up here. He was a good, cool guest that you had, or a friend that you had up.
I can't actually make a comment saying what I thought Rich would be like versus what Rich was actually like. My guess on Rich was
Spot on.
Rich was who I thought he was. He was just a cool guy. We had a great time, and I wish we had more time.
Yeah. No, he seemed cool and fun.
Rich got me out to a range twice.
Yeah,
twice in
that's better than what most people can do in a whole year. I'm lucky if I get Eric out twice in a year.
Ah, God. And it was decent the first day. It was pretty cold the second day, but we had to go. We had some proving ground shit to take care of. Yeah, Rich, the Star Trek room is yours whenever you want. And Matt, last in is Matt. Oh, yeah.
I like how you call it that. I know what it is. I get it.
I finally put Captain Kirk up there, so we're going to see how many times Christine gets freaked out. Like the time she almost shot Captain Kirk because I moved him over there. He had a t-shirt over him, and I forgot to tell her. By the way...
Start dressing them up, put like fucking hats and fucking shirts on them.
Actually, I wanted to put a hand.
Put a little gun or something.
I put the phaser in his hand. Matt Davis, last comment. Let's hit the refresh button. Two-Hearted Ale Club. Hey, and your boy is back. I hope you're happy. We hit the button, then we're gone. Oh my God, that is such a freaking awesome Volkswagen.
I call it a Volkswagen. A Volkswagen.
It's a...
The Volkswagen's peeking.
It's like you go like this, and that bitch would be going like right over the hood. Okay. Okay. What are you doing tomorrow?
I gotta work.
Seriously?
Tomorrow night.
Oh God.
Why? What are you doing?
So that means a brew review is out for you.
Unless you want to fucking do it at fucking 6 a.m.
God.
No, we could do one. 6 a.m.
No, I am doing a 6.
7?
I have
do
to.
it 7. I'll meet you in the middle. 7 a.m.
I have a 10 o'clock. Because we didn't.
7 a.m. Bloody Mary special. Wrong button.